Libra, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your monthly reading for January. Happy New Year's to everybody. I am going to take a second to remind everyone that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Libra out there. So guys, we're going to start with your current energy, and then we're going to look at January week by week all the way up to the end of January. As always, don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Libra? What would you like Libra to know for January? All right, Libra, you're starting out with the Six of Cups in the reverse, and it is crossed by the Five of Cups reversed. Interesting. All right, so you're trying to release, you're trying to let go of your past, someone or something from your past. You're trying to release it, let it go. In your current energy. Now, with the Five of Cups in the reverse, this is a situation where you felt a huge sense of loss. I do feel like at some point you felt rejected, you felt abandoned by this person. And now you're kind of trying to let it all go and just recover. I do feel like a lot of you would have liked to have a reconciliation, and that could be cropping up. Let's see what's happening in the past. But there's just this sense here that, you know, the love drained out of this, not just because of a lack of interest on your part, but more because there was something here broken that just, that big cup of love was broken, and all the love just drained. So in the recent past, you have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, pulling back from the situation, trying to release it, trying to let it go. There could have been here a rejection. Either you felt rejected or possibly you rejected this person. Let me see. Thank you, Spirit. While this is happening, is because of the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. It's all happening because there's no stability here. You decided this just doesn't work. It's more painful than anything. It's like this cup of love is only able to hold, you know, a part of what you have. And it's because there's no stability to it. I feel like you're not very cooperative with any kind of a reconciliation at this point. And I'm getting the clear view of somebody is in observance of this. Somebody is either over your shoulder or over the other person's shoulder, and they're angry. There's a sense of anger. There's a sense of somebody watching, you know, everything that's happened here between you and this person, and they're judging it. They're angry. It's almost like you're dealing with somebody that feels like they're in jail of some sort. I don't know if you're dealing with somebody that's incarcerated, but it's a sense here of somebody else pulling the strings in the background. Now, let me see what's on your mind, Libra. Four of Wands in the reverse. Yeah. That's the ending possibly of a marriage, or it's an ending of a connection here. So are you dealing with somebody here, Libra, that may have been in a marriage or another connection? Because that's, and you're hoping in order to reconcile with this person, you would be hoping that they, you know, come out of that connection. And that's why you're not cooperating with the whole scenario. Did this person try to approach you? Let me see January. Three of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, you've been really hurt by this connection. Something within this connection was extremely painful, broke your heart, and now you're healing. So January is going to be a time for healing for you. Let me see how Libra is showing up. You're showing up as a Knight of Swords. You're bringing in truth, clarity, communicating that as well. Like you don't have an issue communicating that. So you're showing up as, you know, truth, clarity, and, you know, communication. Now, what's coming towards you is the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Somebody who is coming towards you with passion, but no growth. Nothing to grow, nothing to build upon. This would be somebody you had an ending with. Spirit's advice is the Six of Swords in the reverse. Spirit is saying this situation is not moving forward. There's a lack of clarity that's here. There's a lack of peace within the situation. There's stuck energy here. Somebody is feeling tied and unable to move away from whatever is binding them. And it's tying them to chaos. Now, it could be you, could be the other person. Let me see your outcome at the end of January, please. The Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, feeling a sense of loss, feeling a sense of an ending here. Now, this could be, if you are dealing with somebody who is in another connection, there could be somebody coming out. So let's clarify that before we, jump up on that. All right, so in the underlying energy, we have the Knight of Wands. Now, that's your underlying energy. It does indicate communication, but likely is, talking about a situation where there's in and out, there's inconsistency. This person could even be a player, the person who's approaching you, because remember, they're coming towards you with passion, but without the growth. It does indicate some communication, but it could indicate that this person could leave just as quickly as they came in. So let me clarify your reading. All right, so Spirit, why is the Six of Cups in reverse for Libra? Page of Pentacles. Yeah, that's communication. So I feel like you're going to get communication from somebody that you have, tried to release, tried to let go. Some of you are letting go of a past person, and this is a new person that's coming in. Let me see why the Five of Cups is in reverse. The King of Cups reversed. You could have been dealing with a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, but you've pulled back. Yeah, some of you guys are pulling back from this person that that kind of left you out in the cold. They may be coming towards you, but you may have your eye on somebody new. And so I feel like you do have feelings for this person, but you're not expressing them. Let me see why let's see why the Knight of Cups is in the reverse. This is in your recent past. Because you're slowly moving forward. You're slowly moving towards new love is what it is. But that new love is going to be stable. It's going to be grounded. So there's a sense here that this past person might be approaching you. And I feel like you're going to turn them down if that hasn't already happened. Why is the Three of Pentacles in the reverse? Five of Swords reversed. Yeah, you don't want to argue with anybody. You don't want to fuss. You don't want to fight. You're just simply removing your attention, simply removing your affection in a situation that did not work out. You're not cooperating with the games. It looks like this person from the past might be trying to play games. I feel like this is somebody that's been moving towards you at a very slow rate. This is someone who withdrew their feelings and emotions. You were at some point felt left out in the cold. It broke your heart. And now I feel like this person has been slowly moving towards you. I do feel this person will text you if they have not already. Because the Knight or the Page of Pentacles a lot of times is a text or something written. I'm also feeling like this person though is coming back towards you, but you might have your eye on someone new. Yeah, I feel like you may have your eye on someone new. So, because I do feel that you're trying to release this person here. That's what I'm seeing. Let me see the Four of Wands reversed. All right, we have the Seven of Wands reversed. Again, I'm getting that energy in your current energy that you're avoiding. There's a sense of avoiding. You don't want conflict. You don't want to fuss and fight with anybody. And so I do feel like, you know, the only way that I feel like whoever you dealt with here in the past, I do feel like this person they could have been involved with someone else. And the only way you're going to lower your guard, only way you're going to see them, go out with them, accept their attention, is if they are no longer involved elsewhere. Because this made you feel utterly powerless. It made you feel utterly powerless, and it ended, and I feel like you felt powerless at the way things ended. There was a lack of growth within the situation, and I feel like, you know, that ending broke your heart. So let me look at January for you. You haven't forgotten that. So let me look at January. Spirit, why? Show me January. Show me January. I do see you healing a lot in January, and that's good. Show me January for Libra. 3 of Wands reversed. The 2 of Cups reversed. The Star card reversed. There's a karmic element to this. The Fool in reverse. The Moon. The 10 of Wands. And the Page of Cups. Okay. Oh, sorry. 5 of Wands and the Page of Cups. Okay. So what I'm seeing, I see that January is going to be a month where there's a lot of healing. Whatever this situation was from the past did break your heart. There is someone new that is coming into your energy. And I feel like if they're not already in your energy, there will be. There's a sense here of this moving very slowly. And it moves slowly because you've been healing. And I do feel like at some point you haven't really been open to love. And I do feel like it has to do with the heartbreak that you experienced in this situation. Now, I also feel like there's someone here that is from your past that may send you some sort of a text. It could be a Happy New Year. I don't know. It's some sort of a written, you know, communication that I'm seeing for some of you. I feel like you're avoiding this person. I feel like the way things ended, it just left you powerless. Now, in January, like I said, there's a lot of healing. Why? Well, because you're no longer waiting for this person. You may have felt that this person was a soulmate for you, but it was a very unbalanced situation. You were waiting for a new beginning. You didn't know if it was ever going to come. And after a while, you just felt like, you know, I'm tired of carrying this. I'm tired of the arguments back and forth. I'm tired of being placed in, you know, conflict with others. It just seems like even for you to love this person or for them to express love to you was a problem. It led to conflict. So I see in the first week that you're no longer waiting for this person. It's like you're putting a final ending on this connection. Now, you may still feel that this was a soulmate connection, but I also feel like you're saying, even so, this person is not reaching out to me. They're not trying to rectify the situation. And so it's like you're saying, I'm done and I'm done in that first week. In the second week, I see you, you know, recognizing that you need to heal before you have any kind of new beginnings, because you know, new beginnings for you are a little scary. It brings up fear. It brings up fear that you're just going to go through emotional ups and downs again, that whoever you deal with is going to be keeping secrets. So I feel like you're kind of resistant to the new beginnings, and that's because you are in a position where you're needing to heal. By the middle of the month, I do feel like, you know, you could be kind of going through it a little bit. There's a little bit of energy here where you feel like, you know, you're a bit overwhelmed. There's a little bit of darkness, not really knowing what direction to move in. I do also feel like somewhere around the middle of the month, there's a new beginning that's trying to come in, but you're kind of focused on other things. You're not really opening up to new beginnings. And like I said, that's because of fear of the unknown, basically. In the third week of January, there is going to be something that's going to cause conflict for you. It's going to cause problems. It's going to come out of the blue. It doesn't necessarily have to do with relationships, but it could. There's something that you don't know about that's going to cause conflict and problems, but I do feel like it will be resolved. And it will be resolved through kindness. So just be aware of that. In the 4th week of January, I do see that resolution I was talking about. There is going to be a little bit of feeling kind of burdened, but you're going to fight your way through it. There's a sense of not knowing what direction to go, a sense of feeling like, you know, you've got too many things on you, and you're going to be fighting through it, basically. I'm also seeing in that 4th week that there is new love coming in. You definitely have people around you, Libra, so you do have the opportunity for new beginnings, but I feel like you're highly focused on, you know, other things at this time. So there, in the final week of January, there is somebody new that pops up in your energy. Yeah. So let me see how you're showing up. You're showing up as a speaker of truth, speaking your mind and being very clear and very truthful. All right, we have the Hermit, we have the 8 of Cups, and we have the Magician in the reverse. So you're going to be speaking truth here, either about a situation or to someone. I do feel like you're going to speak your truth and then you're going to pull back because you're still searching for answers. You're looking for what is the right thing to do. You could be approached by someone. There could be some kind of communication. Be careful with your words, Libra, because sometimes your words, although they're truthful, can be very sharp, very cutting. I do feel like you're looking for answers in January. And primarily about walking away from a situation that just didn't manifest correctly. And I do feel like that would be this person from the past. You could be also having to walk away from something else, or you're trying to decide if you should be walking away from something else. That truth will come to you. You just have to be patient. You're on the verge of trying to manifest something here, but it's not time yet. It's just not time yet. So, but I definitely see you walking away from things that don't manifest correctly. Let's see the energy coming towards you. Show me the energy coming towards Libra, please. All right, we have the Page of Wands. We have the Queen of Pentacles reversed, and we have the Hierophant in the reverse. All right, well, that's interesting. So what that is showing me is that this person from the past is going to communicate to you. Now, this person could be a little bit immature, but this person is telling you that they've had an ending, or they're having an ending in a committed connection. So I do anticipate someone from the past telling you that they're either going to end something or that they have ended something here. Now the energies that I see Virgo, very strong Taurus, and also Capricorn energy. I'm also seeing somebody new. Like I told you before, this new person could have recently ended something, and this person could be feeling a little bit unstable right now. In both cases, these people are approaching you in a very passionate manner. Just be sure that they're not approaching you with just passion. So let's look at Spirit's advice. Spirit, why is the Six of Swords in reverse? Show me Spirit's advice. All right, so we have the 10 of Swords. We have the Queen of Cups reversed. We have the 9 of Cups reversed. And then we have the World. Okay, so this is very good. So there's some stuck energy that is here, and it's revolving around this painful ending that you had. I saw it over here. I even see it in your current energy. But what's happening, and it's also showing me that you may have felt betrayed by this person. You may have felt that this person didn't love you. All of this is resolving. Spirit is saying, you know, don't wear your emotions on your sleeve with regard to this situation. That even though you're unaware of it, there has been a lot of growth through this. I know you're tired. I know that you feel exhausted, but it's almost over. There is a cycle closing out, and that cycle has to do with stuck energy, a painful ending, betrayal, lack of love, and just exhaustion. All of that is closing out for you so that a new cycle can begin. So, you know, don't you know, lose your heart here in this situation, Libra, because it's almost, you're almost out of this cycle. Let me see your outcome. Show me the outcome for Libra, please, at the end of January. Queen of Wands, Judgment in the reverse, and the Emperor in reverse. All right, so I do feel like this person from the past is going to be approaching you, telling you that they have ended something elsewhere, or they're in the process of doing so. I definitely feel like that's the case. This is somebody who is very passionate towards you, very passionate. However, I do feel like you may feel that this situation could very well spin out of control. You don't trust this person. You feel as if this person is trying to bring you in as a third party. So I feel like they're telling you that they may close something out, but they haven't quite yet done that. And I feel like, you know, you're going to be kind of in this wait and see. So this past person is going to offer you an olive branch here. They're going to reach out to you because they definitely, you know, want a reconciliation. I feel like you're going to consider it, but at the end of the day, you know, you're going to have to make a choice. And I feel like ultimately you're feeling like this person's coming in and that they haven't changed, that they're still in this energy of, you know, trying to control the situation, trying to bring you in as a third party. And I feel like you will stand your ground. You're not going to be involved with somebody unless they're coming in the right energy. I'm also seeing that there will be somebody new approaching you. I just don't know how interested you are in this new person, because I see you having conflict about it and really kind of preoccupied with other things. I also don't feel like you're going to see this past person coming. I really don't. So bottom of the deck is the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. This is underlying energy, and there is a need for you to look at the details regarding a situation that may be coming back in and why it didn't work out, okay? So let me pull you an oracle card. All right, so your card is number 37. So again, that's a 10. There's a cycle closing out for you. All right, it says sharing your wisdom. So if you'll give me a second, I will read that for you. There's definitely some kind of a cycle that's closing out for you, Libra, and that's good because I can see it's been painful. All right, so there will soon be opportunities for you to share your wisdom with others. This wisdom is timeless, but it has come about because of your experience and your knowledge gathered over lifetimes. It is simple and distilled, uncomplicated, and without the desire to seem grand or mystical. It is the kind of wisdom that grandmothers and grandfathers who have traveled close to the veil for a very long time can pass along. It is not resigned, nor is it fierce. There's a calm to it and a value that is precious beyond words. Within this life, my friend, you have walked with dragons, loved and lost, been cast out, and risen again and again to so many challenges. Now, as you grow older in years, you can mentor and share, guide and teach, kindly and without ego or the need to impress the others who wish to know how to navigate the dark forest of this lifetime. Take your time and speak with those who need help. Share with those who are ready to listen. Keep the magic of the world alive by sharing your belief in the energetic realms and helping others understand that beyond what can be seen with the eyes are powerful ones dwelling just at the edges of our earthly experience. The old ones, the dragons among them. When you share and teach, this dragon will come to you to help you find the words, to help you find the right moment to tell the right story. Fear not that no one wants to hear your words. They are needed, and your stories will be valued and shared and change the lives of those you touch. Speak now and let the others listen, for you have walked between the worlds, and we long to hear the stories of your adventures. So, for those of you that have made it this far in the reading, it sounds as if a lot of you guys are teachers. And, you know, don't hesitate to share your stories. Remember, you came out here as the Knight of Swords, speaking your truth. So I do hope that this has been helpful for you. If you've resonated with this reading, Libra, hit that like button. Be sure to share the video. And also, I'm sorry, I get these messages sometimes and they come at the most inopportune time. It's almost like somebody trying to talk over you. But anyway, if this has resonated with you, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. And until I see you guys in your next reading, I want you to know that you are loved. Happy New Year and namaste.